Yo. Wow. Thank you very much. For that powerful and wonderful introduction. And also, thank you very much for trusting me and also inviting me to come and share my story with you. So just allow me a few seconds to just put on my slide there.
Take the time that you need. Incredible.
Okay. Okay, can you see the slides? Can I get the feedback there? Can you see the slides?
Yep, we can see the slides, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me today. So I'm just going to share with you my story in terms of where I come from, where I am, but most importantly, where do I see myself in future. So my name is PULE, original from South Africa. So I've been doing Herbalife Nutrition for 2 years and 7 months now. So I started Herbalife Nutrition as a student and also looking to make an extra income for myself. So I'm gonna take you through the journey in terms of before Herbalife, how was my life, and also when I get into Herbalife, what was happening in my life, and also what is happening right now in my life. Because some of the people, they just look at what's happening right now. They don't know where you come from, understand? So I want you to understand where I come from before we come into what's happening right now in the business and everything. So let me take you through this just the journey in terms of the time I started Herbalife and also that until now. So I'm just going to be sharing this journey with you. So let me take you through. Okay, from my childhood life, I was a dreamer. Sometimes I believed that I'm a failure. Sometimes I felt discouraged. So from my childhood life, I dreamt of being a professional soccer player. So all my life, I've just been playing soccer, just hoping that I can be able to make it one day. And also from home, my father used to support me, taking me to different trials out for me to try out there in terms of making sure I reach my dream. But I kept on failing because I've went to different trials out, like more than 24 trials, just trying out my luck. But things were not happening. That's when I was feeling discouraged because of what was happening, understand? So, but I kept on moving. Then I remember at home they told me, Pule, you can't be focusing on soccer alone. You need something to fall back on, understand? You need something to fall back on. You can't be focusing on soccer alone. So I started to look for something that I can be able to do, something that I can be able to do, and also to be able to be passionate about, because I was only passionate about only doing sports, which was soccer. So I got an inspiration from one of these commentators from South Africa. So I started also developing the lab of being a commentator while still finding something that I can be able to do besides soccer. So you'll be able to see at the later stage why I'm talking about this guy also. Let me take you through. Okay. From an early age, I was excelling only in sport, but not in academics. I was not getting enough recognitions from my parents, you understand? Because they wanted me to excel more in academics, not sports. So sometimes you will not have people who are believing in you, understand? You will be doing some of the things. People will not believe in you. People will not give you the recognition, but you need to keep on moving. So I was not getting the recognition from an early age because I was not doing well in academics. So you'll be able to see how this affected me right now to the person that I am right now. So let me take you through. Okay, I remember while we were playing soccer, because where I come from the rural areas. I come from the rural areas where we used to play soccer on the dusty streets. So if you can take a look at this picture, where just my teammates were traveling to big cities, we're traveling to a town where we were going to play soccer with other big teams on that town. So because what I liked more about the playing soccer, I liked the traveling. I was using soccer as my vehicle to just make sure that each and every opportunity that I get to get out of the rural areas and go to play soccer at the big cities, I was taking that opportunity to understand from an early age. That was just the journey, going up and down with soccer, trying my luck in terms of getting into professional teams there. So 2016, when I was doing my matric year, 2016, when I was doing my matric, I developed the passion and also the love for fitness, because at that time I wanted to become a better soccer player. So I started improving also my physique, but I didn't know anything about the health and nutrition. So I was just working out. I remember I used to drink eggs and those sort of things. So I didn't have enough information in terms of what I can be able to do in order for me to improve my physique, but I kept on moving. So I started to develop the passion. I started training some of the guys in my matric year, because I remember in my matric year they told me, "PULE, you need to stop playing soccer now. You need to stop playing soccer." So I started to develop another passion, which is fitness, also helping other people. This is way before Herbalife Nutrition. You can see the person that I was already. I was training people for free in my hometown, back in the rural areas, back in the dusty street. So those guys who are in this picture, they believed in me because they saw the passion in me. You understand? Because everything that I do it with passion. So I started training these guys, started to develop that love of also helping other people. Then I remember 2016, I was doing my matric. 2017, I went to varsity. 2017, I went to varsity. From the rural areas, went to the big cities, looking for better opportunities, looking to improve myself, and also looking to study something. But I didn't know what I wanted out of my life. I didn't know what I wanted to study. So what was happening that first year? I just went there. I just chose any subject, any course that I can be able to study in my first year of varsity. In that first year of varsity, that's when I was introduced to Herbalife Nutrition. So how I was introduced to Herbalife Nutrition, when I got to varsity, I was playing second team. I was playing second team I was playing second team. Then my sponsor, which was the captain of the first team. So my sponsor was someone that I was looking up to. So I remember there was this time they were doing a wellness day where they were using Tanita scanners and everything. So I just went to them and ask more about what they are doing and everything. Then they told me about Herbalife Nutrition. They put me on the scale. They told me, "PULE, you just need to improve your energy for now," because at that time I was playing soccer. I remember they tried to sell me the CR7 sachets. We have these CR7 sachets. I remember at that time I didn't even have money. I had to go to my friends that I was studying with to borrow money for that day, because I wanted to buy the CR7 on the same day, just one sachet. When I was searching in my pocket, I didn't have any money, because at that time I was a broke student, getting just a little from home, because at home they couldn't afford to give me more to be able to sustain myself, because I wanted more things for myself. I wanted to also catch up with the varsity life, because the varsity life is not easy. Just seeing other students buying some of the things that you cannot even afford yourself, understand? But in my mind, I thought I must finish school first for me to start being able to create the life that I wanted out of myself. So I remember it took me, so I started as a customer. I remember I had to wait for my allowance from my parents to be able to start on the products. I started on the CR7 drive. I got the energy. My result was the energy at that time. Then I went back again, I bought the shake. Then that's when they told me about the 25% discount. So that got me very excited, because as a student, I I couldn't afford to use more products. So that 25% discount got me excited. So immediately I got started. It took me like about 2 months for me to join because my allowance was not enough for me to get started. So I had to save up for me to get started. Immediately I got started, I started using the products like crazy. So these are just a few months when I started on Herbalife Nutrition. So if you can take a look at that picture, I'm in a store for clothes. I'm in a store for clothes. You know what I used to do? I used to go to the shopping centers to just fit clothes. I didn't have money to even buy those clothes. I didn't even afford to buy those clothes. I just used to go in to just fit the clothes and take the pictures. You understand? Just visualizing myself, because at that time I couldn't even afford to buy those clothes. You understand? So let me take you through. Then I remember when I started Herbalife Nutrition, I was staying at my aunt's place. My aunt's place was just like 3 kilometers away from varsity. So I used to walk, going to my classes, coming back at my aunt's place. So I remember when I was at my aunt's place, the time I started Herbalife Nutrition, they were laughing at me. They were saying, we've tried many businesses, you understand? Even this, we've tried many businesses. You can't come here and tell us about the business, you understand? So I remember they were laughing at me when I started Herbalife Nutrition. But I kept on moving. As you can see the products there, you can see the shake, you can see the oil, you can see the tea. You understand? The only products that I was using, I was able to afford as a student was alu and tea. Those were the only was shake and tea. That were the only products that I could afford. I remember I went to my sponsor, because my sponsor was a res manager. You understand? My upline was a res manager. My sponsor was my soccer teammate. So I started to be closer to my upline, because my sponsor was not taking the business serious. He was always busy with soccer. So I started getting closer to my upline. I remember I went to my upline to get the empty containers of products, so that I can also use to advertise my business, because some of the products I couldn't afford them. Products like alu, I couldn't afford those products, you understand? So I was only using shake and a tea as a student. That's what I could be able to afford, you understand? They say use what you have to get what you don't have, you understand? Use what you have right now to get what you want in the future. So that was the situation. Let me take you through. Remember, just few months of me studying on the business, they told me, PULE, you need to see a bigger picture. So they told me, PULE, you need to attend what is called an extravaganza. I remember, even that time, I didn't even have money to buy the ticket. I had to, again, take out from my allowance, because in this business, you need to sacrifice. If you are not willing to sacrifice, you'll just remain the person that you are right now. So I had to sacrifice for me to be able to see the bigger picture that they were talking about, you understand? So when I went to that extravaganza, I didn't understand anything, but I just felt the energy. And also I saw the bigger picture of what Herbalife can offer for me. Because I remember when I attended my first HOM, I just took Herbalife for granted, you understand? I thought it's just a extra income that I can use to buy airtime, you understand? Those kind of things. So after this extravaganza, I started taking the business serious, started working like crazy. So this is what I started to do. I was a 200 VP member. I was a 200 VP member. But my sponsor kept on believing in me, you understand? Because I was showing up, you understand? As I said to you, I was staying with my aunt on my first year. So I remember when I was at my aunt's place, I was always not feeling great, you understand? Because they were not supporting the vision. They were not supporting what I was doing. At my aunt's place, I was hearing a different message. When I was with my sponsor, I was hearing a different message, you understand? So I started listening more to my sponsor. I remember I started spending more time with my sponsor than being at my aunt's place. So each and every, because this is my upline. Right now is my direct sponsor, because when I started the business, I passed my sponsor on the way, all the way to supervisor. Then right now I'm the first line to my upline, which was the resident manager. So what I used to do every day, I used to go out early at the house, because I didn't like that environment where I was staying with my aunt. used to go out early so that I can be at school. I study a bit, then I go to my upline. I study a bit, then I go to my upline. So I remember when I started the business, I needed to master my story. I remember it took me like an hour for me to be able to master my story, because at that time I didn't know even how to speak English, because I only knew my home language. So I had to develop those skills into the business, you understand? But my sponsor remained patient. She was so patient with me, you understand? I used to go with her to the warehouse, but I remember even my orders were just small. It was, if you can take a look at those orders, my orders was just tea or a shake, you understand? But I was always going to with my sponsor to the warehouse. Why? So that I can stay closer to the fire. Because the business is all about staying closer to the fire, you understand? So let me take you through. So when I started the business, I didn't understand the game. They say you must be able to understand the game of this business, you understand? So if you can be able to understand the game, you will go far. Because when I started the business, I thought I can be able to do the business alone, you understand? Because I didn't know that I need to build a team, you understand? As you can take a look there, we used to have, after each and every HOM, we used to have like socials where we'll eat together as a team, and also be able to structure that to just do strategy. If you can look at the guy with the green shirt, that was me, you understand? In terms of when I started my journey, I was alone, you understand? Because I didn't know that I needed to introduce more people to the business and everything. Then I remember my upline millionaire team, he told me that I need to introduce more people to the business, you understand, in order for me to start growing. So let me take you through and show you what I did. Immediately after extravaganza, I canceled soccer, you understand? I canceled soccer because I saw, okay, soccer will waste my time, because I've got something that I can be able to build, you understand? Already, after that extravaganza, I saw Herbalife as something that I can be able to build for a lifetime, you understand? Then I went to quit soccer. If you can take a look at this poster, I posted this post on Facebook immediately after coming back from extravaganza, you understand? So you can see the caption, I've retired from football with immediate effect, you understand? So yeah, those kind of things. So I think this decision that I've made, you understand, is the decision that has changed my game. Even now, I don't regret quitting soccer, you understand? So let me take you through. Okay, when we jump into, because I started the business 2017, end of 2017, when we jump into 2018, as I've said to you, as I was doing the business alone. So it took me 7 months for me to build a team, you understand? I remember I started introducing few people to the business, taking lots of people to the HOM, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 7 people, you understand? Some of the people were saying no, some of the people no, some of the people were saying yes, some of the people were saying no, you understand? I remember that was a game changer for me. You see those 2 people that I was saying, that is this lady and also that guy, you understand? So on that picture, I believed more in that lady, that she can be able to kill the business, because already she had the physique. I didn't believe in that guy, you understand? Because that guy was too shy, you understand? All these people I met them at the gym, when I introduced them to the opportunity and also the products and everything. So what happened? After that first month, when those 2 people joined, you see that guy with the white shirt. Right now, that guy is my star. You understand? Some of the time, those people that you don't believe in, they'll be the one that will surprise you in the business. The people who you believe in the most, they can be able to disappoint you sometimes. You understand? You must be able to discipline your disappointment. As you can, as you have those kind of things. You understand? You must be able to discipline your disappointment, because you don't need people who have potential. You need people who are hungry, you understand? Because on that picture, I found that that guy is more hungry. That lady had potential, but that guy was more hungry, you understand? That was the difference. Even this lady, even right now, she's still at 25%. That guy, she's my first star, you understand? She did first cut, global expansion and team last month. This month, he's doing a second cut, global expansion team, you understand? So, this was my game changer for me. As you have seen, It took me 7 months for me to be able to hit the supervisor level. Immediately I hit the supervisor level. They told me, PULE, you can qualify to go to Paris on an international extravaganza. They said, PULE, that can change your game, you understand? So I started to work like crazy with my team. I started to save up, you understand? I remember I only took a decision on the last week of me going to Paris. On the last week, I took a decision, then I did the visas and everything, then I managed to make it to Paris, you understand? So it was my first time flying outside of the country. It was my first time going overseas, you understand? From being a rural boy to going international. That's how my life has changed completely, you understand? I remember here at Paris, that's when I met Cyro there. That's when I met Cyro there. So we're just excited to see each other there. So it was just an exciting moment to be outside of the country, you understand? So you can take a look at this, the poster that I posted on Facebook. It was 22 September. I was in Paris, 2018. Coming to Paris for me, it's like a dream come true, because I never traveled outside of South Africa. Thanks to Herbalife for changing my situation 120%. Listen, there's more to come. Already I believe that there's more to come. You understand? I love Paris. There's more to come. I knew that there's more to come. You understand? So let me take you through. Immediately when I came back from Paris, I started to build a team, and also I started to be a guest speaker. So understand? That grew my confidence in terms of being a guest speaker at the HOMs, physical HOMs. That grew my confidence and also all those things. Understand? So let me take you through. You remember at the start of my journey, when I was doing sport, I was not getting enough recognition from my family. You understand? And also when I came into Herbalife Nutrition, I started getting more recognized. You understand? Started getting more recognition. The recognition is the one that kept me going. You understand? Because if you can take a look, November 2017, that's when I was a senior consultant. It took me like 7 months for me to hit the supervisor level. July 2018, I went to Paris. When I went to Paris, I was only a supervisor. I was not a world team or an active world team. July 2018, that's when I hit the supervisor. September, when I came back from Paris, I hit the active supervisor. October, that's when I was doing my world team, which was 2018, you understand? So the recognition kept me going. So in terms of, let me just take you through fast. You see, my first extravaganza was alone, which was 2017. My second extravaganza, take a look at what's happening. Second extravaganza, I was on stage sharing my story. You understand? First extravaganza, I was alone. Second extravaganza, I was on stage, part of the panel, sharing my story. You understand? That was a game changer for me. Because, and also I had some few team members at that time, understand? Then the third extravaganza, which was this year, I had over like 25 people who I attended with the extravaganza too. So it was super amazing and also super exciting. Let me take you through in terms of how my life has changed right now. How my life has changed. So I started, remember my first year I was staying with my aunt at my aunt's place. My second year, I was tired of staying at my aunt's place because of the environment. I went to stay at rest. Then I was tired of rest. I went to, I found when I started making money with Herbalife Nutrition, I started staying at my flat. I started staying at a flat around. Then right now, the life has changed completely. I just recently moved into my new 2-bedroom apartment. So everything is just exciting. So right now I'm just living the dream life right now. The life that I was always dreaming of as a student, to understand, and all those things. Because in terms of studying and everything, because I didn't know what I wanted to study. So I did just 3 years at varsity, 3 years at varsity, just changing courses each and every year. I was changing courses each and every year. But last year I just decided that this year I'm going Herbalife full-time, 2020, going Herbalife full-time, because already at school I didn't see a future for myself, understand? Then already in my Herbalife business I was making money. Already last year I was an active world team, understand? Already I was making money in the business. I just decided 2020 I'm going to commit myself. I'm going to do Herbalife full-time. So I left the school last year. So right now everything has changed. let me just take you through also a bit of training. Do I still have enough time there? Do I still have enough time?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to take you through a bit of training. Then I'm just going to finish up. Yeah. Entrepreneurship mindset. So you need to have what is called entrepreneurship mindset. You understand? Well, if you treat your business as a hobby, it will give you hobby money. You understand? Because lots of people, they join the business, they are treating the business as a hobby. They're expecting the business to boom. You understand? Because if you are treating the business as a hobby, it will give you hobby money. You understand? And also, duplication is key into this business, because it's great for you to do something. But how many people are you doing that something with? You understand? Because you remember when I started my Herbalife journey, I was alone. So I had to recruit people that can be able to copy whatever I was doing. You understand? So let me take you through. So, okay, my philosophy. There's a locomotion business versus wheelbarrow business. You understand? So, locomotion business, which means the business can run without you. Which means if you are building leaders in your team, which means the business can run without you. A wheelbarrow business, which means you need to always be pushing people to do something, which means you always be pushing people to do something, because we all want a locomotion business, not a wheelbarrow business. You understand? So you must develop leaders at an early stage. You understand? Make people to become more independent at an early stage. So this is what we do as a team. So recognition is key. You understand? We make sure that each and every day we recognize. You understand? Because people work more for recognition than money. People will work more for recognition than money. So this is what we do on our team. And also this is what I use, you understand, in order for me to know how I can be able to hit my next level, you understand? Because it's always not about you understand, but it's always about giving other people the vision, you understand? Because it's great for you to have your dream board and say, I want to be a press team, I want this kind of a house, I want what, but start having a dream board for your team also. Start having a dream board for your team, you understand? On where do you want to see them in the next 3 months? Where do you want to see them in the next 6 years? You understand? So if you have to start having that dream board of your team, you must know that you're on track, because this business is all about people. It's not all about you only. You understand? So for you to be able to reach your goals, you must be able to help people to reach their own goals. You understand? So take a look. I call this a grill. A grill, which means we are working on moving people to the next level each and every month. You understand? Those are just names of the people that I'm working with to move to the next level. Take a look. Members at 25%, which means this 3 people I'm working to move to 35%, which is senior consultant this month. You understand? You can see the senior consultant, I'm working on the mastering the 500 ppv and also moving to qualified producer. You understand? Qualified producer, I'm focusing on the moving to supervisor level. Supervisors, new supervisors, I'm focusing on the mastering 2.5. Going to active supervisor, you understand? When you are active supervisor, you must start mastering the 5,000 volume points. The 5,000 volume points will help you to start doing what? To start doing active world team, because you can go alone to only to world team alone, you understand? But after world team, you can't move one, and also you can't hit active world team without you mastering your 5K, which means it will take you time for you to even create supervisors, you understand? So active world team, this is my thought. This is the guy that I told you about, you understand? The star that I have in my team, you understand? This is the guy that I told you about in that picture that I was showing you. I'm working on this guy, get him, you understand, in the next 2 months. This month is doing second cut, next month is doing third cut, you understand? So this just last year I was in Germany and also Netherlands, you understand? In Germany we attended what is called a lifestyle day, active world team lifestyle day, you understand? So we got an opportunity to tour around the whole Germany, you understand? So it was just super exciting. Let's see. Okay. So early this year, I qualified for a team promotion. We were inside a cruise, you understand, a cruise ship on a team promotion. So I qualify for everything so that my team can see what's possible for them also, understand. And we make sure when we go to this promotion, we show lifestyle like crazy so that the people can be able to see, you understand. From there, we are able to generate lots of leads because people can see the life that we are living, you understand. And also, I'll forever be grateful to the team, you understand. This is where I come from, my hometown, you understand. So in my hometown, where I was studying, I have over 50 team members right now, understand, who are building the business. So I'm not only building the business at towns, I'm also building the business in the rural areas, you understand. So this is just the team there. Then this was just the impact that we have made the last month, you understand. The impact that we have made in the last 30 days. You can see last month the team alone has signed up over 140 people. Then we got 53 people moving to the next level, 2 new qualified producers, and also the supervisors are not showing there. We produced nine supervisors, you understand. This month we are looking to hit the second cut, get 2.5, and also we are looking to hit the first cut millionaire team, you understand. When we will be completing fully qualified, get 2.5, we'll be hitting second cut millionaire team, you understand. When we will be hitting third cut millionaire team, we'll be hitting first cut millionaire 7.5, you understand. When we'll be hitting a second cut millionaire 7.5, we'll be hitting first cut president team. Then we'll be completing president team, you understand. Latest by next year March, president team, you understand. So I hope you'll invite me to come that side, to understand, next year when I'll be a president, to come and see you guys, to understand. Just thank you very much for inviting me today. I hope I've made a difference. Thank you very much.
PULE, on behalf of the whole team, if we could all unmute ourselves at the same time, we would. But honestly, PULE, thank you so much for the absolute passion, authenticity, energy, vision. We are blown away. We are blown away. And I can tell you now for sure, of course, you are certainly invited to London to come and see us whenever you like, my brother. We are here to welcome you with open arms. So again, on behalf of the team, guys, let's give them another hand. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank
Wow.
you very much.
Incredible. Just muting myself there. So guys, I'm absolutely blown away. I'm going to need to look underneath the table to find my socks because they got blown right off in that training. But let me get the slides back up. And I'm going to pass you guys on now to my sponsor. Incredible, incredible man. Elio Lamar, take it.